Imagine being stranded on an island where only women have ever lived, women who have never seen a man in their entire lives. But now, for the first time, men have arrived on this silent, forgotten land. How lucky they must be, or so it seems. Because soon, a terrible truth is revealed. A woman, one of their own, has hanged herself on this silent land. What could have driven her to such despair? And now, these men must navigate a world where they are both strangers and threats. How will they survive among these women? More importantly, how will they save themselves, and the women, from whatever fate awaits them? Far from this island, a boat moves steadily through the waters. Among its passengers is a man named Master Tank, who is traveling to India to acquire spiritual books. The value of India is rising with time, he muses, believing his journey to be a noble one. He is not alone. I will defeat everyone with my kung fu, boasts the Monkey King, while beside him, a pig-faced warrior named Baji grins. A silent but imposing figure, Rocky Bai of KGFs, stands with them. They sail forward, unaware that something is lurking beneath the water. Then it happens. A monstrous creature, enormous and terrifying, emerges from the depths. It attacks without warning, its hunger insatiable. The men, despite their strength, flee instead of fighting. It is too big, too powerful. They are moments away from being devoured when, suddenly, a portal opens before them. Without hesitation, they leap through, escaping the beast's jaws at the last second. They are falling. Plummeting through an unknown sky, they crash toward the ground below. As they descend, Master Tank sees her, a breathtakingly beautiful woman. Something stirs within him. Love at first sight, perhaps, but there is no time to dwell on such thoughts. They land. The woman approaches, her gaze piercing. "Are you men?" she asks. Tank responds, but she says nothing. Instead, she smiles, a soft, knowing smile, before walking away. Unbeknownst to them, they have arrived in a kingdom ruled entirely by women. Women who had never laid eyes on a man before. The woman who met Tank is none other than the queen herself. She returns to her kingdom and tells her companions of what she has seen. Shock spreads through the court. A queen named Shin refuses to believe it. Men? Here? Impossible, she declares. They do not exist. But another woman, China, is troubled. She retreats to her palace and studies an ancient map. Scrawled upon it are the words, "Men are poisonous. Men are dangerous." But part of the map is missing. What was written there? What truth has been hidden? China's mother, Leah, the kingdom's ruler, learns of Shin's sighting. Her decision is swift. No mercy, she orders. Find the men, kill them. Meanwhile, Tank and his companions wander the jungle, searching for a way forward. Baji stumbles upon a secluded spring where many women are bathing. He has never seen such beauty before and is instantly intoxicated by the sight. His body transforms. His muscles swell as he tries to impress them. But the women laugh. Embarrassed, Baji returns to normal. Before they can recover, Leah's warriors descend upon them. Tank, unwilling to fight, tries to reason with them. Do not resist, he tells Hukam, but the warrior women overpower them with ease. Captured and bound, they are taken to the kingdom, a breathtaking city, walled off from the world. Upon arrival, they witness its grandeur. They are brought before a wise woman who reads from an ancient spiritual book. Her voice is steady, but the words send a chill through them. It speaks of Congo time, a prophecy foretelling that because of him, the island will fall into ruin. The kingdom will be destroyed. The queen does not hesitate. Execute them, she commands. But before the sentence is carried out, one woman, Hindi, steps forward. I have questions, she says. For now, the men are spared. They are locked away, awaiting judgment. As night falls, Hukam clenches his fists. I can break these bars in one move, he growls. But Tank, ever the pacifist, stops him. No violence, he insists. Hours pass. Tension builds. Finally, even Tank reaches his limit. Enough, he declares. We're leaving. As Shen and her friend approach the prison, Hukam shatters the door. The men make a break for it, but they are caught. They try to flee the kingdom, but the moment they reach the edge of the land, something terrifying happens. There is no escape. The kingdom is hidden in a way they cannot understand. They attempt to leave, but the city is nowhere in sight. They crash back to the ground, trapped in this world of mystery. Shin watches all of this unfold, and something unexpected happens. She begins to feel something for Tank. Affection, desire. But when she confesses, Tank does something that shocks her. He refuses. I am a Brahmachari, he says. I cannot accept. Instead, he hands her a diary, his journey, his mission, and his truth. I must reach India, he tells her. It is my destiny. Shin listens. Her heart is uncertain, but her mind is made up. I will help you, she whispers. And so the story begins. Meanwhile, Leah orders the execution of Hukam and the rest. They are to be killed the next day. Bound to wooden stakes, they await their fate. But in the dead of night, Shin makes her move. Secretly, she replaces the executioner's weapons with fake ones. Now Tank and the others must do the unthinkable, pretend to be dead to escape. The staged battle begins. Tank collapses, feigning death, but one of their own, unfamiliar with deception, struggles to keep up the act. A gunman, suspicious, hurls a stone at Tank. It strikes him hard, knocking him unconscious. The accident becomes his advantage. He lies still, playing the part perfectly. But the execution was never meant to be so simple. The kingdom had prepared something far worse for them. To merely exist as a man on this island was a crime. The women turn their weapons on Baji, but to their shock, no blade or spear can harm him. So he too pretends to be dead. The queen, satisfied, orders their bodies to be disposed of. As she leaves, Shin takes action. She had already planned everything, smuggling them to safety before anyone notices. Later, she reveals the island's greatest secret. All the women here have lived by the silent weapon their entire lives, she explains. No one has ever stepped beyond its reach. We are trapped, Tank. Trapped in silence. Before they can process her words, something bizarre happens. Tank and the others clutch their stomachs in agony. Their bellies swell unnaturally. Horror dawns upon them. The water they drank from the sacred pond had a curse. Anyone who drinks it becomes pregnant. Everyone except for Tank. Panic sets in as their stomachs continue to expand. A woman comes forward with a grim solution. There is a cure, she says, but it belongs to a woman in the city. Without it, you will give birth to beings larger than yourselves. Without wasting a second, Tank rushes to the city. But when he arrives, the woman shakes her head. The water is gone. It will take 200 years to create more. By then, it would be too late. However, there is another way. You must make me cry, the woman says. My tears contain the cure. Tank tells his story. He speaks of his past, his darkness, his cruelty, how he once attacked the innocent without remorse. But then, Master Time showed him another way, a purpose, a path to goodness. The woman listens, and something in her breaks. Tears fall from her eyes. Tank collects them quickly and rushes back, pouring them into his companions' mouths. Their bodies return to normal. But before they can celebrate, Leah finds out. Furious, she captures Tank and sentences him to a fate worse than death. He is to be cast into the cursed river, a place from which no one has ever returned. Shin cannot let this happen. She follows him, fighting him on a small boat, ready to be swallowed by the river's depths. Without hesitation, she joins him. Now the kingdom is in turmoil. Leah watches, torn apart by grief. If Shin dies, the kingdom will be left without a leader. She turns to her people. Help me save them, she pleads. The river, however, is cursed. No one can see beyond its surface, and deep within its waters, something watches. Tank and Shin drift through the unknown. The boat creaks. They are thirsty, desperate for relief. Tank moves to scoop up water, but Shin stops him. Don't, she warns. It will only make you thirstier. Silence fills the space between them. Then something else takes its place. A feeling. A warmth. Love. They spend the night together on the boat. By morning, they reach something no one has ever seen before. The portal out of Women's Island. They step closer, but something is wrong. Shin's body begins to change. Her skin hardens. Cracks form along her arms. She is turning to stone. She was never meant to leave. Tank tries to stop the transformation, holding her, willing her to stay human. His strength, his sheer willpower, keeps her from turning completely, but she faints weak and lifeless. Days pass. Tank refuses to leave her side. The entire kingdom gathers, performing a ritual, hoping to heal her. Then the water stirs. A figure emerges. A man, one who had been trapped in the waters for years. His eyes find Leah, filled with longing. Leave with me, he says. Come back. But Leah refuses. This island is my home. Rage replaces love. The waterman's face darkens. Then I will destroy it. Water erupts from the ground. The village floods. Chaos ensues. The waterman grows larger, his form twisting into a monstrous force. His wrath is unstoppable. Tank watches, knowing there is only one way to end this. He closes his eyes and calls upon the power of Gautam Buddha. A shadow appears above them, a presence, calm yet immense. With a single devastating strike, the waterman is vanquished. The island is saved. But Tank knows his time here is over. He turns to Shin one last time. She is alive but weak. Their eyes meet. So much is said in a single glance, but some paths must part. Goodbye, Shin, he says. And with that, Tank and his companions set sail. India awaits. And so the story ends. Viewers, how did you like this tale? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed even 1% of this story, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps me going, bringing you new and exciting stories. See you in the next one.